Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? One Atlanta Falcon is gone already. No need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role and he'll be a massive upgrade. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Time running out here on the play clock. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Seven yards to go on second down. Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, now Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. They get 31 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll go again with Bush. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back from the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Brandon Mebane in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Or maybe a little of both. Manning to throw on 2nd down. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Decker, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And this is up and nothing Cowboys. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. To return, here's Chris Conley. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He'll buy some time right. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Right side, there's Decker. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, it's Manning. It's caught, Decker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Now Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Hitchens. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This a 43-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Koamisi from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go.
Brady to throw on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in. Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And on return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now is Manning. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, 29 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Franks to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Jackson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Play clock winding down. On play action, now Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back near his goal line, here's Brady. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And the return across mid.